like machines, switch like Cody Ray. So them K-Roll, that ain't no lean. That shit got thrown away.
Yo. Well, I mean, I guess I really shouldn't hype this up because, I mean, it was kind of sad. But right after recording yesterday's video, as you saw, I was like up in those mountains and like that very foresty area and everything like that. And I saw him like 20 minutes right before it happened. But I was out there and I got a notification on my phone, hey, do you want to work? But it was only like 4 hours. But I was like, you know, fuck it, whatever. Yeah, I'll work. So I was coming out of the forest, and thank God I wasn't speeding, but there was like this smashed motorcycle like in the road, and like you could tell that it was bad because there was like a whole bunch of like, you know, like dust, like, you know, like when there's like a really really bad accident and like there's like it's almost like dust, so like the motorcycle almost becomes like dust. So like I slow down, I put on my emergency lights, and I get out of my truck, and the first thing I say is, did somebody call the ambulance? And they said, yeah, you know, they called the ambulance. And like he was laying on the ground, and this other guy, he was kind of like holding him. And like when I got out of my truck, like the guy on the motorcycle, he kind of like looked up like a little bit at me, and the guy who was holding him, he said, hey, just stay right there, man. And I was like, all right, you know, like I just wasn't needed in that situation. I get it, it's whatever. So, you know, I get back in my truck, and then I slowly, you know, make my way around and leave. And then I see the ambulance and the fire truck go by, and then obviously my mind starts going through the things of like, you know, like it almost like the way that he said it was almost like if it was me who caused the problem, which clearly I didn't. It was so crazy to see him just a little bit before, you know, like, because it was weird because he went this way past me down further into the forest, and then I saw him go back, you know, like out towards the forest, and I guess that's when he got into his accident. And then, you know, like my mind was just processing of like, you know, I didn't do anything wrong. You know, did I actually do something wrong? Trying to, you know, try to help and just trying to be this guy who was just in the way. And like, you know, my mind's like going through all that thing. And then I pull over, I, you know, put on all my security stuff. And then like I go to work, and actually I got to see like this really famous rapper, which was fucking dope because he was like so like he like walked right by me like that. Like super, like it wasn't like he walked by me like that. He kind of like came into it a little bit, you know. So that was like kind of pretty cool to see, like, you know, he's not, definitely it wasn't Drake, but it also wasn't YG. He's like right in the, like, he's pretty fucking famous, and it's awesome because like I've seen like 2 or 3 famous people working in this company before, but they're like older people. They're like shows that I don't personally watch. But this guy, like, I listened to him, like, you know, like I've seen him before, so that was super dope. And then I got off work. And then I parked up. Actually right now, like it happened like right now, because right now is actually like 4 o'clock in the morning. So I parked up behind Devon's, and I was like sleeping. I was like deep in a sleep, and I actually remember my dream, and it was super weird because like I was in my security stuff, right? And it was like this YouTuber who I used to watch. Obviously, I don't watch YouTube anymore because it's part of my New Year's resolutions to not be on YouTube. And it wasn't Logan Paul, because if you've watched my YouTube videos before, you know I'm obsessed over Logan Paul because I got arrested in front of his house before. But it wasn't Logan Paul, and it was a different YouTuber, and it was his car. And I'm like, oh crap, I'm like, this is let's call him Jeffrey. Oh crap, this is Jeffrey's da-da-da. And like, I mean, this is in a dream. I saw the rapper in real life, and then this is like, I'm talking about seeing a YouTuber in my dream. So inside of my dream, like, I'm kind of like, you know, hovering around his vehicle, you know, like, because like I want to see him and this and that. And like, I see the YouTuber go in coming from one direction, and he goes inside of a building, so he didn't even come by the thing. And then I was talking to this girl inside of my dream, and then I said, oh shoot, did you get to see Jeffrey? Did you get to see him? And she said, yeah, in my dream. And then inside of my dream, I feel my entire truck shake. And I'm like, yo, hold up, what? And like, I'm like, you know, when you wake up and you're halfway right in the middle of being asleep and being awake? And like, I open my eyes, and obviously it's like almost pitch black in the back of my camper. And I see red lights. Like, I see like almost like a tail of another truck right by my truck. And like, it wasn't like a little, you know, like that. Like, it was like a boom. Like, and I'm like, oh my fucking God, like someone just rear-ended my fucking truck. Not rear-ended, bumped into my truck. So like, I open the thing and I'm like, hey motherfucker. And I look at it, and it's a fucking tow truck, and he's like trying to like hook up to my truck at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's trying to take my truck. And I say, whoa, 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 what are you doing? And he said, you need to exit the property. And I'm like, what? And he's like, you need to exit the property. I'm like, huh? And he's like, you need to get out of here. And I'm like, okay. I was like, okay. It's like, fine. It's like, whatever. And it was like really my fault, because if you don't want your truck to get towed, you're supposed to park back towards a wall. And then you're also supposed to put on your emergency brake, so the tow truck can't move it. But I parked that way, so my ass was hanging out, so then, you know, they could pick it up and tow it away. You know, so I parked like that because I wasn't thinking of it. I was like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, all right, you know, it's fine. And like, I like look at him, and then like he moves his truck, he like goes, and then like I lay back down, I'm like, fuck. And then like, you know, he leaves. And then like I drive over here to start making my video, and thank God to him, because I would have missed making a video today, because I made a daytime vlog yesterday, and I don't want to make 2 daytime vlogs in a row. So I would have missed my fucking upload. I would have missed the upload, because I would have missed my one video that I have specifically set up, because this video is shot a day before, and I specifically did that on purpose. So I would have like burned my fucking only, and then I would have been like really fucking on it and shit like that. So that was pretty crazy, man. Yeah, it was super weird to be in that dream and just like know that like I'm in a dream.
He got whacked from going live.